Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of NET. For Spanish captions, change the closed caption settings to Service 2 on your TV.
Outside and has some room. In there for the touchdown. Coming home here in lane 5, well out in front of the field. And Malachek touches in a time of 52.92, a new high school national record. Back to back to back to back state champions.
NET Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Morrison Stadium in Omaha, Nebraska on a terrific spring evening for the 2018 NSAA Girls Soccer Championships. And we kick it off this evening in Class B as it's the Elkhorn Antlers taking on the Omaha Skutt Skyhawks. And hello again, everyone. I'm Larry Putney along with Marion McCrary. Great to have you with us tonight. Ryan Mix will be joining us momentarily. Welcome here to the campus of the University of Creighton for state championship soccer. The first of two games this evening will begin in Class B. Class A coming up later this evening. And Marion, in this first one, it's the Skutt Skyhawks looking for win number 3 in a row in a state championship.
They are. Skutt Skyhawks and Coach John Carlson are seeking their second three-peat, and they're planning on doing that tonight with 7 seniors starting. Senior goalkeeper Chloe Behrens has only allowed 7 goals on the season, and also we're looking forward to watching Lauren Mertz, who has 24 goals and 9 assists.
Elkhorn Antlers, they are upset-minded tonight.
Very much so. Third-year head coach Troy Stoller has the Elkhorn Antlers very excited and very hungry for their first state championship title, hopefully, and they are led by top goal scorer Skylar Heinrich, who scored her 100th goal Saturday night in the semifinals.
Should be good. Let's see where these two teams come from. Obviously, right here in the Omaha area. Skutt is in Omaha, Elkhorn just outside of Omaha metro area. This is how they got here. Look at the bracket. It was Elkhorn knocking off Scotus in the first round 1-0, and then tripping up Mercy in the semifinals. Mercy knocked off our top seed earlier in the tournament, and then Skutt with a win over Columbus 3-1, and Elkhorn South 1-0 in the semifinals. The 2018 NSAA Girls Class B State Soccer Championships coming to you from Morrison Stadium in Omaha on NET Sports.
Everyone has a favorite.
Charlotte's Web.
War and Peace.
The Catcher in the Rye.
But what is America's favorite book?
The Color Purple.
Frankenstein.
Ready Player One.
We've got a list of America's 100 best-loved novels, and we need you to help us pick number 1.
The Joy Luck Club.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
The Book Thief.
The Martian.
Is your favorite on the list? Join me, Meredith Vieira, and cast your vote in the Great American Read.
Coming soon to NET.
Although NET's roots are as a broadcaster, with the advent of new technologies and the internet, our role has changed and has grown and expanded in a lot of ways. With the internet, we are now a very interactive medium, and what we are finding is that our greater role is more as a convener for the community, where we can bring people together physically or concepts together and develop outreach that are tailored to the unique needs of Nebraska. So we are an institution that is, by its design, in touch with our local communities, and we have technology that allows us to partner with other organizations to contribute to the health of our citizens. NET is one of the handful of institutions that serves all citizens of the state.
There's no wedding like a royal wedding, and PBS is the place to see it. Join the Royal Wedding Watch, a week of special programming leading up to the ceremony, with host Meredith Vieira reporting from London. From the dress to the cake, the procession to the honeymoon, we'll cover every detail. Tonight, come to Windsor Castle and meet the bride and groom. The Royal Wedding Watch.
Tonight at 10 Central on NET.
Spanish captions are available for this broadcast as a special service of NET. For Spanish captions, change the closed caption settings to Service 2 on your TV.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha. I'm Ryan Mix. We have a beautiful night for soccer here in the Class B Girls State Championship kicking off between Elkhorn and Omaha Skutt Catholic, a matchup in which many would say is the best team in Class B against the best player in Class B. Omaha Skutt Catholic is in the state finals for the 11th time in the last 14 years, and they will have all eyes on number one for Elkhorn, Skylar Heinrich. The junior for the Antlers has 29 goals scored this year, 14 assists. She is third in the state in scoring. A Creighton recruit, Skylar Heinrich is a player to watch for Elkhorn this evening. It's time for player introductions, and for that, let's go to our public address announcer, Ray Quinn.
And now the introductions of the players and coaches. First, the visitors from Omaha Skutt. Number 00, Chloe Behrens. Number 0, Peyton Rolfs. Number 1, Ellie Clark. Number 2, Maddie Grimes. Number 3, Mia Rotella. Number 4, Emma Slattery. Number 5, Bella Gonzalez. Number 6, KK Keegan. Number 7, Mac Moody. Number 9, Morgan Trum. Number 10, Emily Krupa. Number 11, Megan Reimer. Number 12, Lauren Dietrich. Number 13, Haley Callahan. Number 14, Lauren Mertz. Number 15, Jamie Jackson. Number 17, Brindley Whitaker. Number 18, Lizzie O'Brien. Number 19, Jenna Hatavi. Number 20, Cece Behrens. Number 21, Macy Gordon. And number 22, Katie Batsworth. The Skyhawks are coached by head coach John Carlson, assisted by Rachel Twist, Stacy Schloutman, Mamie Conroy, Shelby Schloutman, Jim Whitaker, and Dan Carlson. And now let's meet the home team, the Elkhorn Antlers and their coaches. Number 1, Skylar Henrich. Number 2, Sinai Bernal. Number 3, Kennedy Sins. Number 4, Joseph Mills. Number 7, Isabel Eastman. Number 8, Jaden Thompson. Number 9, Abigail Curry. Number 10, Taylor Bookout. Number 11, Peyton Cooley. Number 12, Hannah King. Number 13, Tess Majors. Number 14, Sophie Uhlman. Number 15, Liberty Donahue. Number 16, Ellison Metchke. Number 17, Alicia Wixon. Number 18, Alexis Thompson. Number 19, Bailey Kurlai. Number 21, Amy Foster. Number 22, Emily Schwartzentruber. Number 27, Carly Cameron. Number 28, Haley White. And number 29, Brooke Carlson. The Antlers are coached by head coach Troy Stoller, assisted by Kelsey Maxwell, Aaron Treverick, Danielle Anderson, and Kaylee King. Your officials for tonight's game are referee Matt Malmstrom, assisted by Brittany Hegman, John Pasica, and Phil Cuss. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be sung by Bailey Rockefeller, a sophomore from Gibbon High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reclaimed their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Terrific job on the national anthem by Bailey Rockefeller of Gibbon. Good to have you with us tonight here at Morrison Stadium on the campus of Creighton University for NSAA Championship Soccer. A couple of teams, well, who were terrific all year. Skutt, the Skyhawks, 16-2 on the year. They're seeking their third straight state championship. They'll be wearing the black and in the white and red. Will be the home team, the Elkhorn Antlers. They came in seeded number 3, ranked number 4, and we do have a terrific night here in Omaha. 73 degrees, partly cloudy skies, just a slight breeze, and the humidity at 72%. And expecting a good one to kick it off here in Class B. This is the first of 2 nights of state championship soccer here on NAT. Of course, later tonight we'll have a rematch of the last 2 state championships in Class A, when we have Marion taking on Millard North, and then tomorrow the Class A and B boys get underway. You know, you might classify this as the team with all of the tradition and history in Skutt, and the Antlers maybe one of the better players in the state.
Yeah, absolutely. Skylar Heinrich, I mean, she's really made a big mark. Anytime you score 100 goals in your career at any level, such as a level like this, I mean, that says something.
And she's only a junior.
She's only a junior. I mean, we're talking record-breaking possibilities next year, right?
That is true. Yeah, state record is 146 goals, 146 in a season. She obviously has a ways to get there, but who knows? With a terrific senior year, you never know.
That would be a lot of goals to put up next year, but it's not out of reach for her.
She had 33 goals as a freshman, 38 as a sophomore, and just off that pace this year, she has 29 goals. Picked up her 100th career goal, as you said earlier, Marion, in the opening round win here at state. And there is a look at Skylar Heinrich, who I'm sure will be calling her number and name quite a few times tonight.
Yeah, I imagine so. The interesting thing is, you know, those first 2 years, it's almost easier to get more goals when nobody knows about you. This year, to get 29 goals and have everybody man marking you, double marking, sometimes triple marking you, that's really when it gets impressive.
There is Carly Cameron in goal tonight, 42 saves, 6 allowed in 16 games this year. Outstanding student as well, 4.2. She has a 33 ACT.
That's fantastic.
If you combine my first and second time I took the ACT, I might have been at 33.
Sure.
there's Chloe Barron. She is the goaltender for the Skyhawks of Omaha Skutt. In her senior year, 16 games, 6 goals allowed.
This has got to be a special night for Chloe, as her freshman sister, Cece, is starting as well. Well, this is an interesting kickoff.
Underway here in Class B. They give it up right away. On it is Ullman. cleared out of there. Good header. Right back to Alicia Wixon, who controls.
You know, Larry, that formation on that kickoff was unique, and I love that they got right into the attack right off the kickoff. There's so many teams these days that want to drop it back, and I say go ahead, go get in the offensive end. Let's see what can happen.
Cameron with the goalie kick. Skyhawks control once again. There is Whitaker, sends it back.
So I think what we're seeing here is already, there's our first shot of the night.
CeCe Behrens wastes no time in firing on goal. The freshman midfielder. She has 12 goals on the season.
She can find the goal, that's for sure. She has a knack for it, and she's going to play that attacking central mid position, and she'll get plenty of looks tonight, I think.
Antlers now control. Well, send it up the field, and here she is looking for Skylar Heinrich.
This is a lot of speed to contend with here.
Good footwork there by Heinrich. Sends it in. Loose ball! Just wide. Wide open look for the Antlers, and Joseph Mills just missed. Check that. That was Sinai Bernal just off.
So what a great move Skylar makes here. She rips a shot that's difficult for Chloe to handle. And I think we're going to see more of that tonight. I think that's part of Elkhorn's game plan. Follow up those shots.
On the corner, headed out. Great early opportunity there for the Antlers.
And if Skutt can get some extra players up, we might have a counterattack opportunity, but Elkhorn handled that just fine. Kind of interesting to see the narrowness. All the players are really tucked in kind of to the middle of the field. It'll be interesting to see if they start stretching that out.
There's Heinrich again. Heinrich with an open look. Tripped up. Was it in the box?
Yes,
it
indeed.
was. In the box, and Heinrich will have a kick.
That's what makes Skylar Heinrich so dangerous. She's going to dribble the ball at you. She's going to attack with her speed, with her footwork. That's got to be a yellow card anytime you take away a one-on-one opportunity. And here we're going to see it again. You see her fly pass there, makes a great touch right there. She's getting ready to set up for a shot when her feet get tripped up. So that has to be a yellow card. It was a great call by the referee.
So the yellow card on Mac Moody. See here, one more look.
And knowing Skylar's ability to finish, I mean, that's pretty much a guaranteed goal if she gets to take that shot off. In some ways, as a defender, you almost have to take that chance going for the ball and risk that you're going to trip her up.
So Katie Betzworth now into the game, the freshman for the Skyhawks, coming in for Mac Moody.
So they'll be able to sub her back in. They have to come out after a yellow card.
Skylar Heinrich with an early opportunity here.
You know, sometimes coaches and teams have a philosophy that if you get tripped in the box, somebody else should take the penalty kick. I don't see that with Skylar. She's got all the confidence in the world. She's going to take this penalty kick, and she's going to have that opportunity to finish what she started.
So Chloe Behrens sets up in goal. Here is Skylar Heinrich. The shot, and good. Heinrich with the opening goal for the Antlers of Elkhorn.
That's exactly the start that Elkhorn is looking for, trying to get that early lead. And I don't think they're going to sit back and just defend, but she's just so composed there, puts it right into the corner. Chloe, even if she does make a dive, I don't know if she has a chance on that.
30th goal of the season for Heinrich, her 101st goal of her career in her junior year for the Antlers.
That's pretty amazing when you can score that many goals and then you put one away early in the state finals. We'll have to see now if Skutt can come back from being down a goal, how they're going to respond. Again, take a look at this lineup. They're using this same formation. They've got some. This is a different formation on a lineup than I've ever seen before. kind of the same approach as last time. They're just going to try to knock it down into that end and make Elkhorn get out now of their defensive half. I spoke with Coach Carlson this morning, and he said that he's really enjoyed being a pressing team, is what he calls it. So I think that's part of the game plan. Let's get it down there, and then let's put enough pressure on them that they can't get into our half.
Coach Carlson talked about how much they work in practice of not letting, keeping everyone in front of you, not letting get behind. But I guess when you see the speed and you see the speed of Heinrich in real time, it changes things a bit.
It does. That's going to be something that they're going to have to contend with for the next 80 minutes.
So the Antlers on the board first, 1-0 off of the penalty kick goal by Skylar Heinrich.
This referee letting things play out, which is good. You only have to call the fouls that are actual fouls, right? So we're getting a look there at Cece right there in the middle. She's looking to switch the point of attack there. And hopefully Skutt can kind of move up, give her some extra options, I think that's something that John Carlson has been looking for out of that freshman play from her, that she can really manage that midfield and switch things up when she needs to. That's a great tackle.
Skutt has really dominated possession here early on, but Elkhorn has had just a couple of opportunities and capitalized on one. On the right side, Mertz sends it in.
I think I'm noticing early on, Skutt's playing a lot in their offensive half, but they're not getting numbers into the box just yet. Lauren Mertz sent that ball in, and we only saw one player, KK Keegan, going in on that. We're going to need to see, Skutt's going to need to see more players getting in on the box if they're going to have a chance of making up that goal.
Here's Brindley Whitaker. She crosses it.
Oh, that's a
Has
great
a person
ball.
there, sent in. Got a foot on it. Knocked out of there by Cameron. Great save by Carly Cameron.
Fantastic save there. This is a tough shot to save, and she does a great job handling this. What a great touch to set up a shot. Now, I think if she has that again, she's going to put that in the corner. Those are quick reflexes, though, by Cameron there.
One more look.
Yeah, what a great cross. Drops in right between those defenders, and I know she's going to want that shot back. I know I would. She connected well with it. She just needed to find a little bit more placement there, but what a great opportunity, and right there in front of the goal. So I think one of the other things you'll notice is Elkhorn is playing a 4-3-3, so they're playing with 3 forwards up top. That's going to add a little bit more difficulty and help Skylar get some opportunities to run at the defenders just like she likes, just like you saw there.
Good save there by Lexi Thompson in the back third for the Antlers.
Skutt is going to want to try to keep her back to goal. As soon as Skylar can get turned and faced up, she's going to be dangerous every time.
Keegan with it, hands it back to Whitaker. Up the right side comes Brindley Whitaker, sent that in.
So the Skyhawks are getting some more numbers up now. They're playing very patiently right now, which is fine. They've got plenty of time to work with. But I definitely can see Coach Carlson pushing more players to get involved in that attack, get more of those numbers in the box. They've been working with a lot of space.
CC Barron's with it.
And look at Elkhorn's organized defense. I mean, they're sitting back there. They've got 4 defenders, 3 midfielders in front of them, and they've even got one of these 3 forwards that's coming back and helping out on defense. And really, they're in a position where they can do that now that they're up 1-0.
Cleared out by the Antlers.
You can kind of see a couple more of the Skutt Skyhawks defenders have jumped in, have moved up a little bit, trying to help support that attack. I'm a little bit surprised with how much space the Elkhorn defenders are giving the Skyhawk players. Every time they have the ball, they have time to look up and look at some different options.
Lizzie O'Brien with the nice ball handling there to send it in. Back to Whitaker now. Whitaker takes it in.
Now we see this transition play. Skyhawks are getting back, getting their numbers back, trying to keep the players in front of them, just like Coach Carlson has talked about.
Amy Foster now coming in. She'll sub in for Haley White. It's Alicia Wixon on the throw-in.
You know, Larry, this is a wonderful stadium. This is a much bigger field than most of these ladies are used to playing on for most of the season. Until they get to the playoffs, they're not playing on fields quite this large. So typically the teams that can really stretch out the defense can really, on a field like this, can really have a lot of space and time to make decisions and move the ball around.
This young lady will be playing here in a couple of years. She's already committed to Creighton. She will now have a corner kick, Skylar Heinrich.
Yeah, she's got to get real comfortable with this field, doesn't she?
That's right. Sent in, the header, and out by Allison Metchke. Check that was Liberty Donahoe.
Yeah, Skylar made that commitment last year before the high school season started. In her sophomore year, she committed to Creighton and decided this is where she wanted to get her education and play her soccer, and why not? Look at this place. So this is interesting. It looks like Elkhorn has adjusted their formation. They started out the game with the 3 forwards, and then now it looks like they've moved to a 4-4-2. It's not a bad coaching move at all, considering they're up 1-0. They're going to be taking a lot of offensive attack from the Skyhawks, so good coaching move. When you have somebody like Skylar, you really don't need a lot of forwards because she provides so much offensive power.
Amy Foster with it, sends it upfield. Nice ball ahead there, but Heinrich did not catch up.
Saw that burst of speed, though. She almost about got there. This is where you can kind of see that big field, the space that allows the outside backs to really move forward and get involved in the attack, and lots of space to attack on the wings.
Anna King. Heinrich tried to get a foot on it. Good hustle by Liberty Donahoe to keep it alive. Subbing in now for the Skyhawks of Skutt is Katie Betzworth. She'll be back in for Brindley Whitaker.
Always curious to see how these substitutions, you know, there's a lot of coaching thoughts involved in trying to make those substitutions, trying to find somebody who's going to make a spark here or there. So it'll be interesting to see how these players that have just come into the game, how they're going to have an impact right away.
Skutt came into the tournament as the third ranked team overall, number 5 seed. The only 2 losses that the Skyhawks had all year was to Gretna. And that might be the biggest upset of this Class B tournament in the first round. Mercy knocking off number 2 seed Gretna, lost in the opening round.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were very surprised with that result. I think a lot of people expected Gretna to be here tonight.
As did Coach Digger Hawkins, I'm sure. Great job to tip it away, as top shelf was the shot, but once again, a nice save by Carly Cameron.
Yeah, and that's one of those substitutes that just came in, having an impact right away. Katie Betzworth getting her first shot on goal, making Cameron make a great save there. That's great timing to get her hand up on the ball and just tip it over the net, over the crossbar.
Donahoe with the corner. Out of the round, cleared out of there, had a wide open look and nobody home. A lot of open looks for Skutt here early.
I tell you, that's one of those things. You got to get those numbers in the box so you can finish those chances. That went right across the face of the goal. Yeah, so Elkhorn set up really well here. Everybody moves forward, though, and lets it bounce right through. Actually, that defender did a great job getting her foot and clearing that ball out. It's great to see it in a little bit slower time and see those nice defensive moves.
Maybe it's just because the Skyhawks are controlling possession right now and dominant in doing so. Seems like they've had more shots. It's just the shots on goal really 3-2 right now in favor of the Skyhawks.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of action down here, but not as many chances on goal as you would expect with this kind of possession. Skylar Heinrich, though, I mean, when she gets her chances, she's getting great opportunities. And maybe that's all Elkhorn needs, if they can just stay strong defensively.
The Antlers came into this tournament with 3 losses this year, 15-3 on the season.
Oh, here's a chance. This is going to be tough for Chloe. Well done.
Great job by Chloe Behrens to come out of goal.
Now here we've got an offside call, and this looks kind of interesting because most people would think, well, look at all those defenders that are back. But she started in an offside position and came back to the ball. So once you start in that offside position, if you come back and receive it, you're going to get called for offside. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those kinds of opportunities that we just saw with Skylar. Elkhorn's going to be looking to drop it in behind that back line, and Chloe Behrens is going to have her work cut out for her. She's going to have to anticipate that and come off her line strong with no hesitation, just like she did right there.
Good ball by there, Alexi Thompson.
And Coach Carlson did tell me this morning that one of their outside marking backs was injured in the semifinal game, so they are playing with missing one of their starters on their back line. So we'll see how that affects things. Okay, so we're going to see a great diagonal ball cutting through the middle there. Skylar times her run perfectly. If Chloe doesn't come out, if she hesitates 1 second, she's not going to get to that, and Skylar's going to score a goal there. We're going to see more of those tonight. That's one area of her game that I've really noticed with Skylar, that she's really developed her timing of her runs to stay on side, to be dangerous, to use her speed to get in behind defensive lines, and it really makes her a very dangerous player. And exciting to watch.
Scoring is her game. There's no doubt about that.
There you go.
30 goals on the season for Skylar Heinrich, 101 in her career. As her goal has given the Antlers the lead here, 1-0.
You know, we keep talking about Skylar, but I mean, there's some freshmen out there tonight that are starting and playing in their first state championship game and just taking it all in, just playing as part of the, just like they always would. It's really great to see. You know, and Coach Stoller for Elkhorn mentioned the Skylar effect is what he called it. He said there's so many, these defenders just gravitate towards Skylar, and she pulls so much attention to her that it really opens up opportunities for some of these other goal scorers with Elkhorn.
Well, Sinai Bernal and Joseph Mills both scored in that opening round win for the Antlers. Whereas check that the semifinal win over Mercy in a 2-0 game. And Coach Stoller credited both goals to the attention that Heinrich receives every time she touches. Both kind of garbage goals, cleanup goals around the...
And you know, it's not how, it's how many.
That's right.
I mean, we saw one of those earlier in the game when she took a great shot, and you know, the goalkeeper fumbled it a little bit, and it doesn't matter how it goes in, just got to get it in there.
So right now it's 1-0. It's Elkhorn, the Antlers, on top of the Skutt Skyhawks here in this Class B state championship. We'll be back at Omaha.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit. That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
Let's talk about public power for a second. Nebraska's electric utilities use a diverse mix of fuel resources to generate electricity. Wind, water, coal, nuclear, natural gas, solar, and methane. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you. Let's talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska's electric utilities pay more than $100 million to communities they serve each year? Those dollars stay local, helping to empower our hometowns. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you.
Coverage of the 2018 NSAA Girls Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by Education Quest, Nebraska Methodist College, Nebraska Public Power District, and Nebraska Soybean Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back at Morrison Stadium, there's the future of girls state soccer here in Nebraska.
Love to see those smiles.
And here's the present. Skylar Heinrich with the lone goal in a 1-0 Elkhorn lead coming early on.
So during that break, Coach Carlson trying to give his players some encouragement. I saw him making some hand motions. He's telling them they've got to get a little bit more transition, get the numbers behind the ball, and then they've got to get more numbers involved in that attack.
Yesterday in the semifinal win over Elkhorn South, Omaha Skutt scored the lone goal with just 90 seconds in when Lauren Mertz got past that Storm back line to put her 3rd goal of the tournament in, and 24th of the season. That held up a 1-zip lead, and here, just 152 seconds in, it was Skylar Heinrich with the goal.
So now they're on the complete opposite end. Now they're playing a goal down, having to make that up. Coach Carlson said that scoring that early was great, but one of the longest games and one of the most physical games he's ever seen.
Said a couple people in crutches after the game. It was so physical.
Right. Well, and that's why he said one of their marking backs, their right back, injured her ankle, not playing today.
Well, when you come off a game that is that physical against a rival, obviously as Elkhorn South is, you wonder how quickly can you rebound and bounce back. I know just a couple of days later.
Absolutely, and not even just physically, like emotionally, when you exert that much and you play that kind of difficult game where you're holding on for dear life, it takes a toll on you physically, emotionally, mentally.
Hannah King in on that.
She handled that well. I mean, anytime you're running back towards your own goal with a bouncing ball, you got attackers coming right behind you. I mean, you just got to get it out of there, and she did a nice job with that.
Throw in upcoming for Lexi Thompson.
Boy, she had a nice long throw.
Addie Grimes heads that out again for the 2nd time. Good footwork, kept alive by Foster, and loose in front, and Grimes boots it away. Another chance. Barron's got a hand on it.
Oh, Skutt is just getting peppered right now.
And finally, Barron's falls on it, but 3 opportunities for the Antlers.
I mean, this is exciting when you're seeing shot after shot after shot. Skylar takes a great shot there. Chloe has to make a difficult save, and then she gets another chance, almost bounces in. But that first shot that started it, that hit the goal post, I mean, boy, I thought that one was headed in.
Slattery clears that.
Here's that first shot again. Great footwork, really handling. She's 1-on-4 right now. Manages to get a very difficult shot off, and Chloe's not getting to that if that tucks in. Yeah, Skutt's kind of playing on their heels right now, and Elkhorn's really going forward with this momentum. They're taking advantage of it. That's a great step to the ball there. Skutt really needs something like that. They've got to get numbers up now and transition into this attack with numbers.
Bella Gonzalez carries it in.
You know what I love about that first shot is she's surrounded by players, but she's in the box close enough where she knows, hey, if I can just get around one player or two, I can get a shot off. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be conventional. You just got to get something on frame. So we'll see if we start to see some of the urgency in Skutt change. I mean, we see a little bit of that momentum shifting towards Elkhorn, getting a little bit more time down there in their offensive attack. And we'll see how Skutt answers here.
Goalie kick up coming for Carly Cameron, who's been terrific here. 3 great saves tonight.
Yeah, she's staying focused. I mean, a lot of the action has been happening down here, but when you see all that happening at your other end, sometimes it's easy to kind of get into spectator mode, is what we call it. But
Cameron.
she's handling it really well, staying nice and focused on the ball. Here's Brinley Whitaker. I'd like to see her dribble into some of that space and draw some defenders to her. There's a great shot.
Slattery with the shot just a bit high.
You know, every time as a coach, you think you're going to tell the players what they need to do, and they do something different. It works out great. I love this shot here. She's looking for it right away. She comes up out of the back to support that pass, and her first thought is, can I shoot? And that's what you want from your players. That should always be the first question whenever they're in shooting range. Here's Cece.
Fires one in again. Right on camera.
So Skutt is obviously very comfortable taking a lot of long shots. But at some point, I think, to get some of those higher accuracy shots, they're going to almost need to start dribbling in a little bit like we saw on the Elkhorn end over here. Dribble in, take some players on, see what you can create. Got to be willing to take some more chances, not always go with the safe option when you're in the attacking third.
Slattery controls.
So Slattery is kind of playing that defensive mid or holding mid position is what we call it. So she's allowed to get involved in the attack, but she kind of has this great perspective where she can kind of sit back and see what's happening and then move up into her chances whenever she sees those opportunities. The great thing is when you come from the back like that, you're not going to have defenders picking you up. I mean, it's typically a forward that is more your mark per se, and they don't track back all the time. I would like to see Skutt kind of take a little bit more risk. You've got 12 minutes left in the half. This might be a good time to, you know, they're playing a lot of safe passes. They're holding possession, but they've got tons of time every time they look up. This might be a chance to start kind of taking players on 1v1, dribble in, draw some more defenders to you. But I imagine they're really nervous about Skylar, and that's why you can see so many of them are kind of holding back in that defensive position, watching and letting their offensive group kind of handle it on their own.
Good footwork by Heinrich. Keep it alive.
And this is where she's so dangerous. I mean, she drew 4 defenders to her right there just by dribbling across the field, towards the center of the field, into a dangerous area.
Throw it up coming for the Antlers.
Made the varsity as a freshman, did Skylar Heinrich. Committed to play at Creighton as a sophomore. This is her junior year.
And we've really seen her develop. She's always had that speed. I mean, that's something that you're just kind of born with, right? But she's really developed the footwork skills that have really made her into a special player. And that's what Skutt defenders are going to have to do. They need to step up as they see the ball traveling to Skylar. They've got to step up and clear that ball out if that's all you can get on it. But they've got to really step in front of her, not let her get the ball at her feet. It's really curious, though. I mean, that's a...
Whitaker fires one from long range again.
Here we saw another long, safe shot. And nothing wrong with this. I mean, they're switching the point of attack. There's not a whole lot of defenders over there. This might be a time in the game where instead of taking that long shot, which is decent, take a player on when you have that chance 1v1. That's kind of the whole point of switching the point of attack.
Got it in.
We saw a little bit of that hesitation from Chloe coming out. She made the right decision to finally come and grab that.
Saw Barron's not afraid to direct some traffic out there.
Yeah, just this defender mishandled the ball, and sometimes just heading it up, getting it into that box. I mean, it creates dangerous opportunities, and you never know what's going to happen. This game has really already had a lot of back and forth. I mean, we get down there, Skutt gets an attack, and then Elkhorn wins the ball, and we're seeing them come right back and attack it. This is fun soccer when it's just back and forth like this.
Here's Mertz.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff we need to see more of from Mertz and the other Skutt forwards.
Cleared away. Hannah King in on that.
I love these Elkhorn players. They're all very confident with the ball at their feet. They're willing, they're able to take players on. Anytime you're willing to do that and capable of making things, you're going to make things happen just by beating players 1v1.
Corner kick up coming for Heinrich. Good crowd on hand here tonight. What a great evening for soccer in Omaha.
Oh, the weather's perfect, great field conditions. Can't ask for much better than this. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing something from Elkhorn where they try a short corner. I think with Skylar's footwork ability and their other forwards out there, I mean, I'd be curious to see them try a short corner and see if they can dribble something in and get a shot off. That's just the coach in me talking though, right?
Whitaker tried to cross right into the teeth of the defense. Sinai Bernal up the far side, sends the ball forward.
Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, she's having a play for the ball and gets knocked over. I mean, as a defender, not a bad play. I mean, she's playing for it as well. But you know they're looking for Skylar here, and that defender, that's sometimes the only way you can handle a good player with a lot of speed. Doesn't feel good for Skylar.
That's right. Header out of there by Grimes. Grimes has been very active here.
Skylar just might win this game all by herself.
No kidding.
The way things are moving.
That one on KK Keegan.
You know what I love though is Skylar makes this kick, takes the free kick, it bounces out, and she's the first one racing to the ball. She's moving to the ball, trying to get there as fast as she can. I mean, just keep making things happen.
Six to go here in half number one. 1-0 Elkhorn on the strength of that early goal by Skylar Heinrich on the penalty kick.
This is where I'd love to see Skutt kind of really, you know, attack with some speed and really kind of feel some urgency. I just haven't gotten a sense of urgency yet, that they're really trying to attack at the goal.
Nice job there by Haley White.
And Elkhorn, they've got that bite.
Yeah.
I mean, they want it. They're hungry. You can sense it. They're going to get in there on every action that they can. I really think that these Elkhorn players, they're feeding off of their leader, Skylar Heinrich. You know, they're watching her effort, watching her go in, watching her get knocked down. And they're following that lead.
Jamie Jackson now in.
She goes in for KK Keegan. For the Skyhawks.
Barron's there trying to make something happen, and it looks like she just got a yellow card. Not exactly certain what the yellow card was for. So she's trying to turn here, cutting in the ball. I'm guessing that as soon as she loses the ball, she's kind of reaching for her jersey. Those referees can see so much more in real time than we can. But hey, I wouldn't fault her for getting a yellow card. I mean, she's trying to get after the ball, recover after losing it. There's nothing wrong with that. It still appears that Skutt is a little bit tentative to get more numbers involved in the attack. They really want to hold those players, those defenders back. And I think that Skylar effect is really taking place and pulling them, keeping them back. Seems like anytime Elkhorn gets the ball about midfield, we're looking, hey, where's Skylar? Where are they going to try to, where are they going to play it to her? So Skutt's got a chance here. They've got space out there on the outside. They could really benefit, I think, by beating a player, pulling some more of those center backs out wide, and opening up more space in the middle where Elkhorn's really clogging things up. Lexi Thompson, she came up, getting involved in that attack. Again, they're looking for that long shot, and here's a chance inside the box. Let's see if they can make something out of this.
It'll be a corner kick upcoming for the Skyhawks.
And that's something. A corner kick is something. You know, you just got to get the ball, you got to get numbers, you got to get players inside that box where you can really create havoc and create things that result in goals.
Corner by Brinley Whitaker. Left foot by Slattery, not there. Cameron again.
I think if she takes a one-touch shot there with her left foot, I think she gets a shot on frame. Inside the box with those numbers. Anytime you're inside the box with those kinds of numbers, it's got to be a quick release, minimal touches. But I love how she went to the ball there. Joseph Mills going to the ball, trying to make something happen.
Inside 2 minutes to go here in this first half of play between the Skyhawks of Omaha Skutt and the Elkhorn Antlers. Elkhorn, the number 3 seed in the tournament. Skutt was number 5. Two of the favorites, Elkhorn South, Gretna, knocked out in the semis and in the first round. Bernal stays with it, gains control.
Yeah, you gotta love when there's that much parity that number 3 and number 5 are in the state finals.
Right.
So 50 seconds left. I imagine Elkhorn's gonna, anytime they're down here, they're looking to get chances. So.
Absolutely. Peyton Cooley now comes in for Hannah King. Cooley, the sophomore forward, comes in for the freshman Hannah King.
Here's a corner. If they can rush on this, they can get a chance.
And they will hurry with 20 seconds to go. Heinrich. Corner sent in. Time ticks away here in half number 1. And that will do it. 8 shots on goal for Skutt, 7 for the Antlers of Elkhorn, and Elkhorn on top. 1-0, thanks to the goal from Skylar Heinrich. Let's go down to the field to Ryan Mix.
All right, thanks, Larry. Joined with John Carlson, Skutt head coach. Well, Coach, obviously Heinrich got on the board early. How do you think your team responded?
She's a heck of a player, so you got to get her credit, but we did not play well. We have to play better in the second half. We want to win this thing. We're a team that likes to play on our toes and play downhill. That's how we've won the last 2 state titles, and we did not do it this half. Very disappointing. If we want to win this thing, we have to pressure the ball. We just have to play better all over the field.
Mertz, 24 goals this year, but pretty quiet in the first half. What do you need to do to get her going?
She'll get her goals. We just have to stick to the game plan, and she'll get her goal.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Larry, let's send it back to you. 1-0 Elkhorn at halftime.
Thanks very much, Ryan. And thanks to John Carlson for chatting with us. Clearly a coach who expects a bit more out of his 2-time defending state champion Skyhawks. They trail here 1-0.
Since 1981, Food Bank for the Heartland has been working to feed hungry people in Nebraska and western Iowa, providing nutritious meals through local food pantries, the backpack program, outreach efforts, and more. You can help the food bank feed children and families in your own community by making a contribution or volunteering. After all, the best support is locally sourced. More info can be found at foodbankheartland.org.
The values that Methodists bring is family.
It's important going through school that you're not just a number, that you're a face and that you're a name to a teacher. And so I loved the small class sizes.
What it means to me is that I found my foundation where I can build on my passion and I can embrace something new in my life. It is a place where I know that I'm supposed to be.
Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours. Or when relaxing. But always. For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
NET and NET Radio's Friday Live are packing up our gear and traveling to McCook June 1st. Come and meet the NET team and be a part of the audience. Enjoy musical performances and learn more about area arts organizations. Join the NET leadership at 8 a.m. to discuss what's happening in McCook and surrounding communities, followed by Friday Live at 9 a.m. For a list of other free NET events, visit netnebraska.org/on-the-road.
Welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha. The Class B Girls State Championship. Elkhorn leads Omaha Skutt Catholic 1-0 at the break. I'm joined alongside NSAA Assistant Director Ron Higdon. Ron, thanks for joining us. It's been a really interesting spring in Nebraska. You don't need a meteorologist to tell you that, but some nice weather today and nice weather in the forecast for tomorrow. But how have you guys managed with this crazy spring with baseball and soccer and all these outdoor sports?
Well, it starts with the schools, and during the regular season, it's kind of a scramble for them to make up games and try to reschedule stuff and fit it into their short schedules because the season itself is relatively short. But last week was interesting with district soccer. We had 30 different district tournaments going on at the same time and weather all over the state. So the vast majority of our business hours during the week last week was rescheduling game sites, times and officials for soccer districts. So it was pretty crazy in our office.
And soccer, obviously, an always very well-attended event here in Omaha. And so far, it's been lots of great competition. We've had tons of shootouts on the boys' side. And what are your overall thoughts of how this state tournament's gone so far?
I think it's going really well. I think our unknown and uncontrollable is weather, and we've had pretty decent weather. It was a little cold at times, but the players actually like it a little bit colder than when it's hot. The fans like it when it's a little warmer. But we have great attendance. This championship usually gets about 22 to 24,000 people coming through the doors for 6 days, and so this is no different. I think we're right on mark for that. So I think that the next 2 nights will be well attended because we're supposed to have good weather, and people like good weather to watch sports.
Absolutely, I do too. All right, so soccer wraps up tonight and tomorrow night. Baseball is underway. Then we have state tennis, state golf, state track and field still ahead. So busy time for you guys.
It is very busy. I mean, we go from it's the one season of championships where they overlap each other. And so baseball's already going while we're going, and then tennis will start, and then track will overlap tennis, and then we take a little bit of a break on Sunday and Monday and then come back for golf. So May is kind of busy for us.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
All right, Ron. Well, great job with soccer. As always, best of luck with you and your staff as the NSAA state championships conclude for the rest of the week and heading into next week. We're at halftime for the Class B Girls State Championship. Elkhorn is on top 1-0. We'll have stats and highlights coming up after this.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit. That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
Have you ever wondered what happens to soybeans after they're harvested? Every year, soybean farmers invest a portion of their soybean revenue to fund research, marketing, and promotion, which is called the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff. 80% of the harvested soybeans are crushed into soybean meal that's used to feed poultry and livestock. The other 20% is made into soybean oil that's used for cooking oil and biodiesel. To learn more about the Nebraska Soybean Checkoff, nebraskasoybeans.org.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and on the field. This statewide program recognizes academic excellence, leadership, and athletic achievement in over 20 high school sports and activities. We honor these exceptional students and all of the teachers, coaches, and parents who have mentored them. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Hi, I'm Perry Stoner. Sports fans tell us that NET brings Nebraska together through coverage of high school and college athletics. Contributions from hundreds of Sports Partners Club members make possible more than 200 hours of sports throughout the year. Members receive invitations to special events like tailgates with sports notables and live productions. You can join the Sports Partners Club by visiting netnebraska.org. Sports partners like you put the action in NET sports. Thank you.
1-0 Elkhorn at halftime of this Class B Girls State Championship. The goal courtesy of Skylar Heinrich. Take a look at some highlights of that first half action. It was a good ball ahead that led to the opportunity. Heinrich, you see the speed, chases it down, tackled from behind in the box, gives her the penalty kick. She delivered 1-0. Skutt has had its opportunities, Maren, but you pointed out in that first half, we heard John Carlson, it's a level of effort that he's expecting a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're taking a lot of these long shots. That highlight just before that's the only one we really saw with a good chance inside the box. Everything else has been outside. Coach Carlson definitely is frustrated that they're not getting involved offensively quite at the degree of intensity he's used to seeing out of them.
And these were 3 great opportunities for Elkhorn.
This game is a perfect example of it doesn't matter how many shots you get, doesn't matter how much time of possession you have. Elkhorn is taking advantage of their chances. They're getting chances inside the box in the most dangerous area of the field, and that's why they're up 1-0 right now.
Well, there's a look at the numbers, but the only one that matters is 1-0, and that's the score right now is Elkhorn on top of Skutt in the Class B Girls Championship.
Since 1981, Food Bank for the Heartland has been working to feed hungry people in Nebraska and western Iowa, providing nutritious meals through local food pantries, the backpack program, outreach efforts, and more. You can help the food bank feed children and families in your own community by making a contribution or volunteering. After all, the best support is locally sourced. More info can be found at foodbankheartland.org.
Methodist College is small, and the faculty is very involved. I feel that they care about how I'm doing.
Nebraska Methodist put clinical work right there with the schoolwork. I knew I was going to be helping patients even during school.
Since starting Nebraska Methodist College, I have learned a lot about myself. I love to learn, and I want to keep progressing and make an impact on patients.
Head trauma and concussion risk minimization is a priority of the NSAA. When in doubt, sit them out.
Some common symptoms of concussions are dizziness, confusion, and nausea.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course annually.
For more information regarding concussion management and return to play protocol, visit our website, nsaahome.org. When in doubt, sit them out.
All right, welcome back to Morrison Stadium in Omaha. Elkhorn leads Omaha Skutt Catholic 1-0 at the break. Joined with Elkhorn coach Troy Stoller. Well, Troy, you guys got on the board early thanks to Heinrich's PK. How big was that for you?
It was big getting on early, but pressure right away. I mean, having a scoring opportunity in the first couple minutes was huge. And then Skylar just brings it to a whole new level. And then we have Hannah and Sinai up top as well that had a whole nother sense of craziness, I guess, to it. So.
Now, Skutt has been here many times before, but for your team, this is the first time the state title in the last 10 years. So what do you tell the girls to stay level-headed here?
The good news is I don't have to. These women are, I mean, they've got it figured out. They're smart. They know what's at stake. They know at 40 minutes, they know we have 40 minutes to get it going, and we have to win the second half. We have to, second half's everything. We have to get it, have to win it.
All right, best of luck, Coach.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thanks to Troy Stoller for joining us. Elkhorn head coach, as you saw his reaction. What you didn't see was Skylar Heinrich running in hard on Chloe Behrens and the collision.
Yeah, she made a little bit of contact, I think mostly to slow herself down, and then right away Skutt comes right back and gets a shot, and now Skylar's on the other end, already trying to make some havoc down here.
Skylar sends it across.
Little pull back there, getting a little cross into the box.
Right at Chloe Behrens.
Well, I expect we'll see a little bit of a different team from Skutt in this second half, if Coach Carlson has anything to do about it.
Let's see if he got their attention.
Yeah, he was very disappointed, obviously, based on his short interview that we had with him. This is not the Skutt team he's used to seeing, so hopefully he was able to motivate them during the short halftime and get them back on their game.
Skutt has won 6 of the last 9 state championships, looking to make it 7 of 10. So John Carlson knows what championship soccer looks like. Did not think he saw that in half number 1.
No, I mean, he's been down this road before. He, like you said, he knows what it looks like. He knows what kind of level of effort you've got to bring for the entire game. And he didn't see it in the first half. Fortunately, they're only down 1-0, which means they still have a chance to be able to get back in this game and make something happen. There's still, that looked like maybe it was supposed to be a shot that was off the mark. Again, that's an area I think that Coach Carlson would like to see them maybe take some chances, take a player on, try to get more inside that box and get some really good chances on frame. seen a little bit more energy out of these players, but still, again, these long shots, I just don't know if there's enough vigor behind them to really put them on frame where they want to be to get a chance to score.
KK Keegan with it. Good footwork by Keegan to get it in. Mertz with an opportunity, just one.
That's a little bit better. We saw KK Keegan taking a chance, take a player on, find a penetration pass up there to Mertz. Mertz had a lot of activity on her back, a lot of defenders right there. Still managed to get a decent turn and a decent shot off. See this. Coach Carlson was explaining to me they play a 4-4-2, but they bring those outside midfielders inside. They almost play a box shape, right, a square shape right there with their center midfielders, and it's different than a lot of teams play with. A lot of teams will play with 3 central midfielders, kind of in that triangular shape. So I'm starting to see that a little bit more in this second half. I think they were a little bit disjointed and a little bit out of that shape in the first half, and I think that was one of the things he was trying to adjust and get them back on track.
CC Barron stepped in front of that to keep it in the offensive third. And here comes the Antlers.
We'll see what kind of defensive adjustments they've made. So they've made those adjustments there in the central midfield that I think are they should hopefully, for Skutt, they should open up some more opportunities for them to control that center midfield. I still think they're going to have to be willing to take some chances here.
Mertz with another opportunity.
Okay. All right, so let's take a look at this. This is what I'm talking about. We're getting this ball played into this player right here. And she's got all this space behind this back line that if she can dribble at them and beat that defender, she's going to give herself a much better chance. Unfortunately, they're not taking the risks. They're taking these long shots. And I think if they start taking some of those chances, dribbling in behind that back line, they might get some better chances on frame.
Throwing for the Antlers. King with it, now takes it back to Wixon.
Oh, here's a dangerous chance. So I like what Elkhorn was trying to do there. A lot of times they're looking to kind of get over the top or in diagonal passes in behind that back line. This one they actually were looking to find Skylar's feet. She's really progressed as a player where she's a lot more comfortable getting the ball with her back to goal and then turning and facing up. And so they're trying to find a little bit more of that. I think Skutt is taking away some of that long pass behind them. And Chloe's obviously coming up to pick up those pieces. So I think Elkhorn's made a little bit of an adjustment there. Coming back, checking to the ball.
Good header by CC Burns and then kept in by Mertz. Oh, let me say Mertz was out. Here's King again, the freshman. Has it taken away.
Definitely seeing a little more energy out of the Skutt offense right now. The key will be, can they keep it up for 30 minutes? Can they find the back of the net and tie this game up? I don't see Elkhorn letting up at all right now. Defensively, Elkhorn's shape looks very organized right now. They've got their back line, they've got their midfielders, they've got numbers behind the ball. They want to keep clogging that middle. Cece Barron's there. She's very good with the ball at her feet. Her footwork is exceptional. I think if they can keep using her, they might be able to find some success. What I am interested to see, and only half the field is being used right now. And I mean, this is a really big field. Like I said, most of these players aren't used to playing on a field quite this big. But if you can use that width, get that defense stretched out, it opens up a lot of opportunities down the middle of the field.
Throwing by Wixon. Drum controls.
Elkhorn's feeling a little bit of that pressure that Skutt's trying to put on them, but they look cool and calm and relaxed. They're handling the pressure just fine right now. This is a well-coached team that can handle a lot of pressure and firepower coming against them, and being able to handle that without any real stress and anxiety showing. That was a great opportunity. Lauren Mertz, she's scored a lot of goals this season. That's a chance I think she's got to take it inside, take it deeper inside the 18 right there, rather than pulling this back and pulling it out for somebody else. I'd love to see Lauren Mertz go ahead and take a chance there. She scored the most goals for this team this season, and I think she's gonna have to kind of lead the way and show her teammates that she's got the confidence to get in there and get shots off.
Header by Lauren Mertz, but right at Cameron.
Yeah, when you're on the top of the 18, it's tough to score off a header like that. And she knows that. She'd probably love to have that chance again, bring it down off her chest and maybe get a volley. You just got to wonder how much that semifinal that Skutt played on Saturday night against Elkhorn, how much that took out of them.
Right.
You know, physically, emotionally, the fatigue affects so much of you after a game like that.
You mentioned earlier, Coach Carlson, John Carlson, said it's maybe the most physical game that he's been a part of in his 25 years of coaching.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that game.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known John a long time, and for him to say that's the most physical game he's ever seen is saying something.
Barron's handles that.
Yeah, Coach Carlson's been a part of these state playoffs and championship games for many years. He's seen it all, I'm sure. But
here's Mertz again. Lauren Mertz taking it in.
And that's what we're looking for from Mertz. That's what this team needs out of her.
Whitaker tried to fire it in. Good foot on it by Schwarzendruber.
Well, I'm really happy to see that the Skyhawks are taking a little bit more chances now. Elkhorn defenders are really confident in handling it well.
Hannah King right there with the defender. It'll be cleared. And a throw-in for the Antlers. Throw-in coming from Alicia Wixon.
Definitely got to give credit to that Elkhorn back line. They're just not giving the Skutt Skyhawks forwards any chances to really get good shots on frame. They're not even getting inside the box, and that's huge credit to the Elkhorn defense.
Brinley Whitaker is subbed in for.
Now here's a chance for Skutt. They can counterattack here if they can get their numbers up.
Good job by Katie Betsworth to take it away. She still has it.
They had a 5-on-3 at one point, but Elkhorn, I'm going to give Elkhorn the credit for getting back on that. They got the numbers back and helped out and handled that counterattack just fine. And here's a dangerous opportunity for Elkhorn.
Maddie Grimes got the foot on it.
I love to see the confidence of these Elkhorn forwards, and it's not even just Skylar. It's all of them. They're confident players, taking players on the dribble. Then we get around them. Here's Cece Behrens.
Behrens just off. It'll be a corner kick, though.
That's a great chance right there. Again, this is a freshman. This is what they need to do more of. Dribble right at the defender, make them commit to something, and then get around them and get a quick shot off. It's not on frame, but she gets a corner kick, and that's all you need.
There is Katie Betsworth, the freshman mid. 6 goals on the season for Katie.
Oh yes, I'm sorry, Katie Betsworth, not Cece. Getting these numbers mixed up.
Both freshmen. Bright future here for Skutt, huh?
That's true.
The corner.
That's a dangerous corner right there. In the back, over to the back post, getting a chance with her head from the back corner.
That was Cece with the opportunity.
Cece's a dangerous player in the air. And if she, that's not her best chance that she's gonna want, but she's getting her head on the ball, and that's what you gotta try and do. But I like that corner into the back post like that. It's hard for goalkeepers to defend that.
Cece's second on the team in goals scored with 12 this year. And here's Allie Clark. Allie Clark just in. And we'll see if it went off.
Looks like a corner kick.
Cameron, and it did, so it will be a corner kick upcoming again for the Skyhawks.
And this is the kind of play that Coach Carlson expected from his squad. He wanted a lot more action inside the box. That's where goals are going to be generated, and that's where they're finally starting to get some action.
Cornered in. Nice job by Carly Cameron to come out and get it.
Yeah, Carly really did a nice job coming out, attacking to grab that ball. Otherwise, Skutt's going to get a chance there. I'm sure Coach Carlson is trying to encourage more of their players to play a little bit more like Katie Betsworth did there, dribbling at the defender, make something happen, get around them, get a shot off. They've just got to be more intense in that kind of attack.
Hannah King now back in for Peyton Cooley.
Sinai is definitely trying to get a little bit more involved than she did in the first half. She had a little bit of involvement, but now she's getting the ball more at her feet, taking players on. So I'm happy to see that from Elkhorn.
This is an Antlers team whose girls won the state basketball championship this year. They won it back in March, seeking their 3rd state soccer crown. They won back-to-back in 2007 and 2008, as that shot is well over from Heinrich.
Yeah, they're accustomed to winning state championships, aren't they?
Let's get out of the field, Ryan Mix.
Thanks, Larry. Well, you guys talk about Elkhorn and their championship pedigree with so many talented girls winning the basketball championship as well. Skutt obviously has done it in soccer as the 2-time defending state champs, and that's a testament to obviously a lot of things. The players, the coaches, and the assistant coaches should deserve a hat tip as well. And Omaha Skutt Catholic has a pair of former Huskers as assistant coaches, Stacy Schlottman, who is Stacy Bartels, that's her maiden name, and Mamie Conroy, both won a Big Ten championship at Nebraska in 2013 and both won a pair of state championships as players at Omaha Skutt Catholic. So great mentors for the Skyhawks on the field. And as well, another assistant coach is Jim Whitaker, the father of senior midfielder Brinley Whitaker. And we're going to have more on Jim coming up in a little bit later. But Jim was diagnosed with throat cancer recently, and this is his first season coaching for the Skyhawks. So it's been an emotional time for the Whitaker family and the Skyhawks. But the good news is that he had surgery earlier this month, and he is on his way towards being in remission. So good news so far for the Whitaker family.
That is good news. Thanks,
Great
Ryan.
news. And here's Skylar back at it.
So corner opportunity upcoming for Skylar Heinrich again.
Yeah, she's doing more of that, dribbling at the defender. Anytime she gets running towards the goal, defenders have to step to her. They're having a hard time defending that. I mean, her footwork is so quick and her change of speed is so quick that it's very difficult to defend. This is what I love about this Elkhorn team. I mean, they might not have as many shots on goal as Skutt, but their chances are very dangerous. They get into the box a lot, creates dangerous opportunities, and sometimes it means you're fouling because you're trying to get to the ball. You're playing hard.
Skutt with 19 shots to Elkhorn's 9 shots on goal. Skutt 10, Elkhorn 5. Elkhorn leads it here 1-0. Nearing the halfway point of this second half. 20 minutes to go in this Class B championship.
Well, it looks like Skutt has moved a little bit of their personnel around. Brinley Whitaker was out on the wing in the first half, and now she's playing more in that central mid is what it looks like. In that kind of, either in that box or maybe as a holding mid. So they've made some adjustments, trying to generate a little bit more of that offensive attack, which we've seen it a little bit better now in the second half. I think it's more along the lines of what Coach Carlson's looking for.
Well, they got a timeout on the field. We'll take the timeout as well. Still the same score we had. It's 1-0. Antlers on top here in the championship in Class B.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit. That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
Participating in Nebraska high school activities has taught me about teamwork.
I've learned how to lead among my peers.
At my high school, I have set goals and I work hard to accomplish them.
I like to run on my cross-country team. It makes me feel good about myself.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities in our 303 high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Coverage of the 2018 NSAA Girls Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by Education Quest, Nebraska Methodist College, Nebraska Public Power District, and Nebraska Soybean Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Back in Morrison Stadium on the campus of Creighton University, 1-0 Elkhorn in this Class B state championship. Let's go down to the field to Ryan Mix.
All right, thanks, Larry. I moved from the field to the stands, wanted to get in the atmosphere a little bit more here. I'm joined with Jim Whitaker's wife, Shelly. We briefly just mentioned Jim, an assistant coach for Omaha Skutt Catholic, was diagnosed with throat cancer in October, underwent radiation from November to January, had surgery at the beginning of the month, and now is on his way towards remission. So, Shelly, what has this time been like for you? Obviously, I imagine pretty emotional for you and your family.
It's very emotional. When we played the Kicks for a Cure game, I'm going to get emotional. We played Millard West, and it just meant so much just to have him down on the sideline. And then just when John gave him the opportunity to be able to coach, and it's Brinley's last year, it meant the world to all of us, our whole family. You know, we have a daughter that's going to be a freshman next year at Skutt, too, and she's going to play soccer, and hopefully we'll make the varsity team. But it's just been wonderful. I mean, this whole experience, and him having cancer was so devastating to us. But this means a lot to Brinley, and it means a lot to Jim, so I'm happy to see it.
And what's it say for Jim to still want to coach, because he was diagnosed in October, before the season started, but obviously still wanted to be there for your daughter's final season?
He's always had a passion for coaching soccer, and so when he was given this opportunity and knowing that Brinley was on the team and it was her last year, he was no way going to say no to that. It's meant the world to him to be there.
All right, well, thank you, Shelly. Jim is scheduled to have his thyroid out at the end of the month, so thoughts and prayers will be with you and your family as he undergoes that surgery, and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ryan. Great story. And Shelly, thanks for the moments there and chatting with Ryan, and good to hear that Jim is doing so much better.
What a special opportunity is for him to be coaching his daughter in her senior year, and you start to realize how precious life is and to savor those moments, right?
Quick throw in there by Peyton Cooley, and look out. Here's Heinrich again. Heinrich with it in the middle. Heinrich just wide.
Yeah, a little bit of a misstep for that defender there, giving Skylar that opportunity to run at the goal again. That's her, I mean, she's fantastic at it, and I'm actually surprised that that shot didn't go on frame, because she's so good when she's running at the goal, taking players on, finding a shot that gets on frame.
I know for a time there, she was also traveling back and forth to Kansas City, was Skylar Heinrich, playing for FC Kansas City DA, which is created by U.S. Soccer to really a developmental league to give some high-level coaching and advanced development opportunities to some of the best players in the Midwest. She's the only player from Nebraska playing on that Kansas City team.
Yeah, and it's been, you can see her development as a player has really grown leaps and bounds. I mean, she was always fast and always finding the goal, but I think she's matured a lot as a player. I mean, it's a huge commitment of her parents to be driving 3 times a week to and from Kansas City, but it's paying off. She's progressed a ton as a player, and I'm sure she and her parents are very, very excited to see how positive of an experience it's been for them.
Skylar's parents, Kevin and Amy, make that trip down to Kansas City 3 times a week. She looks at study hall her final hour in class so she can head out a little more quickly 10 months out of the year, right? That's a commitment.
Yeah, the DA is the most competitive league in the country right now for youth soccer, and you know, that's what the top players are trying to do and trying to be a part of. Well, and it's not just traveling to Kansas City, then you've got to be traveling for games on the weekends, right, all over the country.
They travel to Texas, Florida, California to play tournaments and games.
I mean, really, all of these club players, no matter which club they're playing they're traveling a lot these days.
Yeah.
That's what they say, better environment plus better coaching equals better players, and I think you can see that definitely in Skylar's development over the past couple of years. She's really become quite a dangerous player.
There's speed there, Skylar chasing down that one. Good footwork here, look out, here comes. And no call there.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised you didn't give her that call. I mean, it was a good tackle, they got the ball. She, you know, I mean, she's got to take that chance. I'm happy she took that chance. Sometimes you might get the call, but I think it was a good no call.
Cleared by Maddie Grimes.
I mean, she beats the one defender, beats a second defender, cuts it in. So she's got 3 chasing her. Actually, I don't know if they got the ball on that one.
Yeah.
But he's already called one. He may not be willing to call a second one unless it's really obvious. But that's what makes her dangerous. I mean, any forward that's willing to take the ball in like that, I mean, you're going to get bumped. You're going to get hit, and you might just draw those fouls. So now with less than 15 minutes in the game, it'll be interesting to see if Skutt can really kind of finally fire up that urgency to score.
Here's Brindley Whitaker with it. Good pass by Whitaker. Slattery.
I like this position for Whitaker. Like I said, she was on the wing in the first half, and she did some decent things, but I feel like she's being a lot more effectively used in the second half. She's finding those penetrating passes into the center of the field. I think if Slattery and some of the others can actually turn and face up and get at those defenders, they might have some better opportunities. Oh, here's a chance!
What a save by Cameron again!
That's a big-time save right there. At this point in the game, to be that focused, to come out and make this kind of a save, wide open, she's right there at the penalty spot. Again, they don't find the slots, they don't find the corners, but Cameron, what a save. Carly Cameron.
Quickly the other way comes Hannah King. And now Whitaker with it.
So difficult to be a goalkeeper at times when the game is all happening, you have to keep yourself mentally in tune with everything that's happening, and then in a split second make such a big reflexive save like that. She's doing everything she needs to keep her team in this position. And here's Skylar now. She's going to have a chance again. Because so much of the game is being is happening in Skutt's offensive half. It opens up a ton of space for Skylar. When she does get the ball, she can turn and face up and has room to run, which is when she's obviously very dangerous.
CeCe Behrens up the left side now. Ball ahead from Behrens. And it'll be a throw in for the Skyhawks. Skyhawks have shots on goal 13-5 in favor of Skutt.
If you're just looking at the stats, you're thinking, how is it 1-0? But you know, Skutt's getting chances, they're taking shots, but I don't think they're the most dangerous type of shots that you really want to see as a coach. Elkhorn is getting those chances. All 5 of their chances have been very dangerous, good shots on frame, where the keeper's either having to make a great save or a defender's having to come in and help out.
Josa Mills and Liberty Donahoe in now for the Antlers. Mertz with the opportunity again.
Coach Carlson, he really felt like Mertz is going to get her goals, and you know, I think that may have been one of her best chances of the evening so far. She's got to keep doing that. She's got to keep turning and facing up and looking to find those early strikes.
57 points on the year for Lauren Mertz, 9 assists, 24 goals.
Yeah, those are great stats. I mean, she's really been generating a lot of offense, and most of the offense for Skutt this year. So it's kind of surprising. I think Coach Carlson might be a little bit surprised with how Elkhorn's been able to shut her down tonight.
Works on it here. Drops it back to Slattery. Slattery headed by Whitaker. Loose in the box and cleared out.
So you can feel a little bit of that urgency, and Elkhorn now, they're just going to start clearing things out. There's 10 minutes left in the game. We'll have to see if Coach Carlson makes any kind of changes in his formation, maybe push a defender up and try and get some more numbers up involved in the attack.
Behrens throws it in, cleared out.
The dangerous part about pushing a defender up is what you're seeing right now, is now Skylar has even fewer defenders back that she has to take on. That's a good option, though, for the Skutt defenders. Play it back to your keeper, play the way you're facing, let her use her feet and get regrouped.
Back in now for the Antlers comes Amy Foster. Josa Mills will come back out. Mills had one of 2 goals in the semifinal win over Mercy, 2-0.
Yeah, Coach Sawyer might have called those garbage goals, but sometimes it's just being in the right place at the right time, and gotta have a nose for the goals, what they call it.
Betchke beats it to the ball, sends it out. Impressed with Elkhorn's back third tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the back line for Elkhorn has just been stellar. They're so well organized. And what a lot of people take for granted is you don't realize how much of the goalkeeper talking to her back line has to do with that organization and keeping everybody compact and tight together. And then you get this on your offensive end.
Here comes Heinrich. Heinrich with an opportunity. Heinrich!
Yep.
Goal! Second goal of the game for Skylar Heinrich.
Very composed finish there. I love how she handled that. She gets this ball at midfield. She sees one defender. She knows she can beat one defender, so she's going to dribble with her speed, take a little move, make that defender commit. And then as soon as she makes that defender commit, she knows the last person she's got to commit is the goalkeeper. Slots it away. So composed, so easy for her at that point. Really well done. She has earned every bit of this.
And now with just over 8 minutes to go, a commanding 2-0 lead here for the Antlers. Antlers looking for their first state championship in 10 years. They last won it back in 2008.
I mean, yes, Skylar's had 2 goals, but I mean, you really got to give a lot of credit to this team. This back line, the way that they've stayed organized and compact, the midfielders helping in that transition, finding Skylar and giving her that opportunity to do what she does best, which is run in open space, take players on, and finish the ball. It's been a great team effort tonight.
Elkhorn fans starting to get into it here at Morrison Stadium. They're feeling it with 7 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in this Class B title game.
Well, these fans, they're used to it, you know. They just had that girls basketball state championship, and a couple of these players on the roster are going to get a second championship, I think, tonight.
Trail ahead to Metz. Donahoe now back in for Sinai Bernal.
It's interesting to watch the body language of the coaches. You know, they're friends. They know each other. They've coached together before at Elkhorn Soccer Club, and you know, now Coach Carlson sees some of this coming to an end. Yeah, there's definitely handball there.
First handball we've had tonight, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. Referee right there in position to see that. Easy call for him there.
So here's Grimes. Fires it in. And once again, Carly Cameron right there. She's had a nice night.
She has. Carly Cameron has been very solid. I mean, just mentally focused the entire time. She's talking to her teammates, keeping her back line organized. It goes such a long way. And when you have 2 points like that, you have the goalkeeper that's doing that on that end, and you got Skylar on top on the other end. I mean, makes a big difference.
14 saves on the night for Cameron. Merch crosses Whitaker. Sent in off the right foot of Jamie Jackson.
And 5 minutes left in the game. You're going to see Elkhorn stay really focused on the defensive end, and then try to delay a little bit, slow the game down, maybe stall a little bit, taking it to the corner.
Big collision down there, and still down. Very slow to get up for Skutt is Maddie Grimes, who's been very active tonight.
She's had a great night. I know she's going to feel bad about that second goal, but you know, she did everything she could. It's tough to contend with a player like Skylar, and here we see they're both just coming in hard for that ball. Yeah, I mean, it's shoulder to shoulder, but that's still gonna give you a little jolt. That's gonna hurt a bit. She's a tough player, Maddie Grimes.
Jenna Hotovy, the freshman, enters the game for Grimes.
Yeah, Coach Carlson started seven seniors in this game, but we've definitely seen a lot of freshmen getting lots of action and really playing central roles in this.
Good take there for Jackson.
Yeah, Scott's going to keep trying to make something happen. They've struggled to really get inside the box and really do any major damage. But I think, like I said before, all that credit goes to Carly Cameron and that back line. And I mean, they have just been stalwart and compact and really well organized. And that comes from great coaching.
There's Skylar Heinrich with her 31st goal, second of the game just minutes ago. And now we have a change of goalie as Carly Cameron will come out and the other senior, Brooke Carlson, will come in. But what a job for Carly Cameron. And a well-deserved ovation from those Antler fans.
Yeah, she certainly played her heart out. She's played an exceptional game. Very cool that Brooke's going to get a few minutes here at the end of the game. She was on that state championship basketball team. So.
Not only on that team, she was instrumental in that championship. Yes. She played very well, hard to contain down low, and even out of the perimeter was Brooke Carlson. I mean, Brooke lettered in football, right? I mean,
what an athlete.
Yeah.
There's not too many people that win two state championships in their senior year and letter in football. You don't see it. We don't hear that very often.
With more on that, let's go down to Ryan Mix.
This is really a special moment for Brooke to cap out her high school athletic career at Elkhorn. She actually recorded a tackle last year in football, earned a letter, and played offensive guard for the Antlers. So this wasn't something she did just for fun. She was a contributor for the Elkhorn football team, played on special teams, and like Larry said, was a huge reason why the Lady Antlers won the state basketball championship, had 27 points, 10 rebounds in the state title game. So a remarkable athlete, and she'll continue her athletic career at UNK playing basketball.
That's a great get for UNK.
What a great story. I love it. I think she started playing tackle football in 4th grade. And it's neat that she would be able to continue to do 3 sports.
Slattery with it. Drops it to Whitaker. Slattery sent that in, and Carlson
easily handles that. Gonna take her time and punt it down the field.
1 minute to go here in this Class B state championship. And the Elkhorn Antlers.
Why not? Go again, right?
Who have not won a title since 2008, on the verge of picking up a state soccer championship. Fired on goal, just wide. And Bob took out the ball boy.
30 seconds left in the game, rips a shot like that. They've got confidence, they're excited, they're happy about how they've played. What a way to finish it off.
Well, time ticks away on a very special season for these Elkhorn ladies, as they won a state championship in basketball, and now here at Morrison Field in Omaha, a state championship in soccer. And a remarkable game by a remarkable player. Skylar Heinrich with both of the goals for the Antlers, picking up goals number 30 and 31 on the season. Goals number 101 and 102 of her career. She and many of these Antlers will be back trying to make it back-to-back next year.
Yeah, what a remarkable career she's had. I mean, averaging over 30 goals for her freshman, sophomore, and junior season. It all came together tonight for Skylar Heinrich and Elkhorn, and what a special opportunity this is for them. Special moment.
Congratulations all the way around, and congratulations to Skutt on a great season. They finished the year 16-3, and after back-to-back state championships, they finished runner-up here in 2018. Once again, your champs in Class B. It's the Antlers of Elkhorn. They hope to take home the title. We'll have medal and trophy presentations when we come back here in Omaha.
Since 1981, Food Bank for the Heartland has been working to feed hungry people in Nebraska and western Iowa, providing nutritious meals through local food pantries, the Backpack Program, outreach efforts, and more. You can help the food bank feed children and families in your own community by making a contribution or volunteering. After all, the best support is locally sourced. More info can be found at foodbankheartland.org.
Let's talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska is the only state in the nation served entirely by public power electric utilities? Community-owned utilities mean Nebraskans are working for Nebraskans. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you. Let's talk about public power for a second. Did you know Nebraska's electric utilities are governed by locally elected or appointed boards and councils? This means you have a voice in the decisions made by your local utility. Just another way your electric utility shows how public power works for you. Not just on the good days. Not just on the challenging ones. Not just during business hours. Or when relaxing. But always,
For the past 125 years, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, always alongside you.
Next time on Backyard Farmer, we'll see some spectacular spring blooming trees that are native to Nebraska. You know spring is here when you see these hardy trees put on a show. We'll also hear some tips keeping your yard equipment from doing some unintentional damage. All that and your gardening questions answered. Be sure to watch Backyard Farmer Thursdays at 7 Central, 6 Mountain, right here on NET.
Back in Omaha, state championship in Class B has concluded, and the Antlers of Elkhorn win their first state championship since 2008, 2-0 over Skutt. And now for medal and trophy presentations, let's head to Ray Quinn.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we direct your attention to midfield for the presentation of the Sportsmanship Award for Girls Class B. Thank you to all schools, students, fans, players, and coaches for their ongoing efforts in the area of sportsmanship at the State Soccer Championship and throughout the entire soccer season. The trophy being presented is provided by Awards Unlimited. The Nebraska Army National Guard is the proud partner of the Soccer Championship Sportsmanship Awards. Making the presentation on behalf of the Nebraska National Guard is Staff Sergeant Anita Hayes. The Nebraska State Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, the Nebraska Coaches Association, and the Nebraska School Activities Association are pleased to announce this year's Class B Girls Soccer Sportsmanship Award winner is Omaha Mercy High School. Congratulations. The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams here in Class B. Presentations will be made by NSAA Board Directors Nolan Byer from Millard Public Schools and U.S. Bank Representative Nancy Twarek. Here are the awards for the 2018 Class B runner-up Skutt Catholic High School with head coach John Carlson. And your assistants, please step forward toward the middle of the field to present the silver medals to each team member on your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Chloe Behrens. Peyton Rolfs. Ellie Clark. Maddie Grimes. Mia Rotella. Emma Slattery. Bella Gonzalez. Kay Keegan. Mac Moody. Morgan Trump. Emily Krupa. Megan Reiner. Lauren Dietrich. Haley Callahan. Lauren Mertz. Jamie Jackson. Brenly Whitaker. Lizzie O'Brien. Jenna Hodavi. C.C. Behrens. Macy Gordon. And Katie Betzworth. And now here's the 2018 NSAA Class B runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Skutt Catholic High School.
Well, congratulations once again to the Skyhawks of Omaha Skutt. They finished runner-up in 2018 after back-to-back state championships in 16 and 17. You heard John Carlson say it didn't feel like maybe they had the level of energy he would have liked to have seen in half number one. We both thought they played significantly better in the second half, but tough to keep up with an outstanding player in Skylar Heinrich. And so now for the presentation of the championship medals and trophy, let's go back to Ray Quinn.
Now to the 2018 Class B champions, Elkhorn High School. First head coach, Troy Stoller. We have a special award for you. Coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to members of your championship team? Skylar Heinrich. Sinai Bernal. Kennedy Sintz. Joseph Mills. Isabel Eastman. Jaden Thompson. Abigail Curry. Taylor Bookout. Peyton Cooley. Hannah King. Tess Majors. Sophie Uhlman. Liberty Donahue. Ellison Metchke. Alicia Wixon. Alexis Thompson. Bailey Kurlai. Amy Foster. Emily Schwartzentruber. Carly Cameron. Haley White. And Brooke Carlson. Presenting the team championship game ball from Farmers Mutual Insurance is Vice President, Treasurer, and CFO, Lisa Pinker. To head coach, Troy Stoller. And now for these outstanding athletes in their school, here's the 2018 NSAA Class B State Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Elkhorn High School.
Well, they close it out with a state championship. Elkhorn wins the title, does not allow a goal here at state in winning 3 straight.
Yeah, you know, and Skylar Heinrich capped off an incredible season with 2 more goals tonight. But I'll tell you what, this was a total team effort to bring this title back to Elkhorn.
Well, congratulations to the girls from Elkhorn. They win the state title. We'll be back here in Omaha in just a moment.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit.
That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
Whether it's spring planting, fall harvesting, or just a drive across the state, soy biodiesel helps a diesel-powered engine operate in a demanding job. Soybean oil from Nebraska soybeans makes biodiesel a renewable fuel that's also environmentally responsible. The soybean checkoff plays a major role in supporting the use and availability of biodiesel. The Nebraska Soybean Board, growing opportunity from the ground up.
The Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association is pleased to sponsor the NSAA Academic All-State Award Program, recognizing students and athletes who shine in the classroom and on the field. This statewide program recognizes academic excellence, leadership, and athletic achievement in over 20 high school sports and activities. We honor these exceptional students and all of the teachers, coaches, and parents who have mentored them. Together, we can continue to make Nebraska a great place to live, learn, and play.
Coverage of the 2018 NSAA Girls Soccer Championships on NET is made possible in part by Education Quest, Nebraska Methodist College, Nebraska Public Power District, and Nebraska Soybean Board. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We could not do it without your support. Morrison Stadium on the campus of Creighton University, the final in Class B, the third-seeded Elkhorn Antlers knocked off Skutt Catholic 2-0 to take home the Class B state championship. What a performance once again by Skylar Heinrich, who scored that goal very early on, provided some cushion, allowed them to play with the lead, and then obviously the late score to win it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think getting that early goal really put them in a really great spot. They could feel comfortable. They got some early confidence, and you saw that confidence on the field. I mean, look at these stats. Yeah, Skutt Catholic may have had 28 shots, but I like Elkhorn's 12 shots. They were very dangerous shots and obviously resulted in 2 goals. Elkhorn goalkeeper with 16 saves. Carly Cameron had a fantastic evening. Just cool, calm, and collected back there and kept her back line organized and compact, and that makes a huge difference when you're then trying to get forward into the attack.
Well, Troy Stoller is the latest state championship coach. He wins the title here in 2018, the first for Elkhorn since 2008. And Troy is down on the field with Ryan Mix. Let's go down to Ryan.
All right, thanks, guys. Hey, Coach, obviously a heck of an accomplishment for you winning the state championship. And it's kind of come full circle for you because you were on staff on that 2008 team.
Yeah,
how sweet is this to win it as head coach?
You know, it's a special thing, but not for me. These girls deserve it. I mean, every single part of it. They work hard. They're smart kids. We had a new setup, and from the start, these kids have worked hard. I mean, they deserve everything. I can't say it enough. I'm so proud of them. So proud of them.
Obviously, a huge team effort, but the 2 girls behind you in particular, Carly.
These are some of the best. Skylar's the best ever to come through the state, ever. I mean, she is an even better person. That's like their family. Coach's dream, I tell you what.
I mean, with a history of some great soccer players in this state, why are you so confident to say that she's the best ever?
Oh, look what she does on the field. She changes everything. I mean, I don't know how you can defend it. You can't. I don't know. There's no one like her. The speed is a whole new level. Her work ethic, I mean, and the positivity. No one outworks her. I mean, she's the best. I'm very proud of her.
Yep. And Carly in goal, obviously huge. You guys had 16 saves and needed every single one of them.
Yep, Carly came up huge. I mean, big-time players come up in big games. And, I mean, she came up big in state basketball, and now, I mean, she made some saves that, wow, just very, very impressed. I mean, she's one of the best in the state. Yep.
Absolutely. Congrats, Coach. Enjoy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, Carly, come in here with the state championship trophy. How does it feel to be holding that?
It's great. It's honestly so fun. It's really fun. I don't know. I'm lost for words right now. It's just surreal.
You guys were kind of the underdog coming into this with Skutt, having so much success at the state tournament. This was their 11th appearance in the state final in their last 14 years. You guys hadn't been here in 10 years, but you guys seem very composed. And how did Coach get you guys ready, and you guys weren't fazed by the big stage?
Stoller's been preparing us for this all year long. We've been working for it the whole time. Every time at practice we're shooting PKs, he says, imagine you're in the state finals, every single time. This is just about what we're doing the whole practices. Every practice has been geared toward this, and he prepared us perfectly.
Defense was obviously nails at the state tournament this year, and you were a big reason why. What's it like for you as a goalkeeper, especially going up with someone like Mertz, 24 goals on the year, an elite goal scorer? And your senior year, how do you keep your composure when you're getting fired at left and right?
I just knew I was going to get a few chances to make some saves that would turn the game around, and I just made the most of them and tried my best.
All right, congrats, Carly. Let's bring in Skylar Heinrich now. Skylar, if we can grab you. She scored her 30th and 31st goal of the season. 102 for your career. You're only a junior, still have your senior season ahead. I don't know if you heard Coach just say those high praise for you, but he called you the best player to ever play in the state of Nebraska. What's your reaction to hearing that?
I'm very humbled that people think that of me, but there's 9 other people on the field that are just as good. I just finish what they start and everything, and then I do have my senior year, but I won't be finishing it. I'm graduating early, so I'll be playing here next year. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, you're going to be at Creighton. You're a Creighton commit. So why decide to enroll early at Creighton?
I'm just ready. High school is fun. I love playing with my best friends, but I'm ready for a new chapter in my life. So I've just decided to do it this year.
So what better way to cap off your high school career? And both of those goals, they were very different. One a PK and one on a breakaway. So take me through both those goals.
Yeah, well, the PK, I do the same thing every time. Hopefully no one knows what I do, but I do the same thing. Just try to stay as calm as possible, try to tune out everything, and then I just know my placement every time. And then the second one, the breakaway, amazing goalie. She's the best I've ever seen in this season, but she just didn't come out fast enough, and then I found the corner. So lucky.
Skylar, congratulations on a great season, a great high school career. 102 for her career at Elkhorn. Elkhorn, your state champions in Class B, 2-0 over Omaha Skutt Catholic. It's the Antlers' first state championship in the last 10 years.
They celebrate a championship in Omaha. We'll come back and wrap it up.
Everyone has a favorite.
Charlotte's Web.
War and Peace.
The Catcher in the Rye.
But what is America's favorite book?
The Color Purple. Frankenstein.
Ready Player One.
We've got a list of America's 100 best-loved novels, and we need you to help us pick #1.
The Joy Luck Club.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
The Book Thief.
The Martian.
Is your favorite on the list? Join me, Meredith Vieira, and cast your vote in the Great American Read.
Coming soon to NET.
This month in Passport, your on-demand library of the best of PBS.
We are building a new world where free men together might prosper.
They are running out of food, time.
Roosevelt says, this is it. You have to leave me here.
It's a massive undertaking. It looks impossible to build.
Anything can go wrong. These and other shows are available with Passport. Become a member of this PBS station. Sign in and start streaming today.
NET Sports brings you all the action from the NSAA Boys State High School Soccer Championships, Tuesday, May 15th, live from Creighton University in Omaha. Class B begins at 5 p.m. Central, with Class A starting at 7:30 p.m. Central on NET. A live webcast will be available at netnebraska.org and on the NET Nebraska app.
There's no wedding like a royal wedding, and PBS is the place to see it. Join the Royal Wedding Watch, a week of special programming leading up to the ceremony, with host Meredith Vieira reporting from London. From the dress to the cake, the procession to the honeymoon, we'll cover every detail. Tonight, come to Windsor Castle and meet the bride and groom. The Royal Wedding Watch,
Tonight at 10 Central on NET.
Back in Morrison Stadium in Omaha, the final. Elkhorn on top of Skutt 2-0, and Elkhorn wins the state championship. I want to remind you, if you'd like a DVD copy of today's game of the NSAA Girls High School Soccer Championships, just call 1-800-868-1868 for just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. You can relive all of this excitement, this year's state championship, for years to come. And there was some excitement and some news there, as you know, we heard maybe rumors that she might be moving on. Skylar Heinrich might be enrolling early at Creighton, and she Told you right there, headed to Creighton next year.
Yeah, she made the announcement tonight. You know, and we're starting to see this with soccer players who want to have a little bit more preparation time for the fall season. So we won't see her on the Creighton field until fall of 2019, but having that extra time to prepare will hopefully help her have a big impact at the next level. Unfortunately for us, we won't get to see her on this field next year at the high school championships. But what a way to go out. She put a show on for us tonight. 2 goals, and you know, to finish cap off that kind of a season with your teammates, and it's really special for her.
I want to remind you, coming up next, we have #1 ranked Marion Crusaders taking on the #2 ranked Mustangs. This is a repeat of the last 2 state championships right here on this field. Should be a good one in Class A, as the Mustangs and the Crusaders will battle for a state championship. For Marin McCrary and for Ryan Mix, I'm Larry Putney. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you back here momentarily, and thanks for watching NSAA Soccer on NET.